Hey guys, it's Victor. Give me a break, man. Give me a flank, man. Using a new mic. Finally, I got a new mic for you guys. This is a Lapierre. I forgot what it's called. Lanier mic? No, Lapierre mic. Lapel mic. Lapel mic. And I am in a really old part of Nagoya. What is that? Oniku no mise tonkatsu. It's a little old-fashioned restaurant in there. Looks like almost a hairstylist. Looks like a butcher. But the outside makes it look like a restaurant. Now. This is great. This is lapel mic. Yeah, lapel mic. That's what it is. As soon as the camera comes on, I forget everything. Anyway, this is a laundry video for those of you who are new to the channel, and a lot of you are. These kind of videos are basically walk around Japan videos as I answer a subscriber's question. You can send your questions to askgimmeabreakman@gmail.com. These are basically unedited videos. I walk around, show you the neighborhood, and answer the question. And they're such that you don't actually have to watch the video if you don't want to. If you're busy doing something else, I encourage you to do your laundry, do naked yoga, whatever you like, whatever you need to do, relax, abuse yourself, whatever guys, to my voice. This is a part of town that I have been coming to recently because I have a private student out here who is actually a teacher at a high school. And someone asked me about this the other day. They said, how can you be teaching a teacher at a high school? Shouldn't they speak English fluently already? Well, they do, but they need help with pronunciation and questions about, colloquial English, modern English. This is a house that I've taken you to before. It's a really old house. It's over 100 years old. And I'm just coming by again. You can see it's still cordoned off. Yeah, sometimes I need help with pronunciation too. We all do, no? The other day I said suffice to say instead of suffice to say, so we make mistakes. But and interestingly, they have lights. See the lights there? Those are lights on the building. There's a stray cat over there. See him over there? See, follow him. See what he's doing. I like this neighborhood though. A lot of old buildings. So although I tell you, you don't have to watch, you don't have to look. Sometimes it's fun. Hey, cat. What are you doing, cat? Oh, he's ducking. Oh, there he is. Hello, cat. Oh, running away. Okay. I saw a video yesterday of a spider. I think he was in Australia. I think it was a huntsman spider taking away a mouse. But anyway, okay, so today's question is about jealousy. It took me 2 minutes to get into that. And it's a man who's emailed me, and it's a pretty rough. I'll give you the rough on it. I hope he doesn't mind. You know the rules. You email me with a question. Unless you ask me not to make a video on it, I will probably make a video about it. And his situation is that he is divorced. He has children. He had an apparently amicable divorce with his, I believe, Western wife. That part I don't think was very specific. What a tiny stream. And he is now engaged to a Japanese woman. And she is having trouble accepting the fact that he still deals with his and interacts with his ex-wife. She is very jealous, and she wonders if she's asked him, do you have room in your life for me? So that's a tough one. Culturally, the idea of divorce is very different in Japan. Often when couples get divorced, they do not see the kids anymore. I know quite a few people who are divorced, and actually many of my students. And when this first happened to me, I was really confused. I asked a student once a long time ago. She must be like 40 now, but I asked her. I said, a high school student. I said, "Oh, what does your father do?" Right? Very simple question. What does your father do? And she said, "I don't have a father." Right? So I was confused. Like I didn't want to say like, is he dead? I didn't want to get into it, Is he dead? What happened to your father? Didn't want to ask those questions. So I left it as that. But I asked another teacher later. I said, what does that mean usually? And the teacher said, probably means they're divorced and that she doesn't see him anymore. I thought that's interesting. 道を取れないね。取れる？いい？あ、はい、ありがとうございます。すいません。I said, I can't pass, can I? He said, no, you can. Oh, what are these? Anyway, so they're soon to be doing a little construction on the road here. Beautiful old houses. Oh, there's a big wasp. Oh, a lot of wasps around here. We must be near a wasp's house somewhere. Suzubachi いっぱいいるね。どこから来てるかな? I wonder where they're coming from. Huh. Maybe the construction workers have disturbed them. Anyway, Suzumebachi, that's it. Suzumebachi. Oh, those are butterflies. Okay, so in Japan, if you get divorced, often you will not see your father or mother. これ取れますか？どうぞ。すいません。足元気をつけてくださいね。はい。Watch your feet, watch your feet. すいません。ありがとうございます。ここにパーッてちょっと。Okay, so a lot of wasps around here. Oh. すいません。Okay, there we go. Okay. Another beautiful old building. Always in construction. Towards the end of the year, construction increases because the city has to justify their budget for next year, so they have to use all the money up. If they don't use all the money they got last year, the budget will be cut. I've heard. I don't know if that's actually true. But anyway, okay. Let's see. Another little street. Beautiful old road. Okay, yeah, so basically, if you get divorced in Japan, you will never see your spouse, your father or mother again. That's basically what it's like. Of course, that's not entirely true. It depends on the family. It always depends on the family, but it's quite common. I have another student who's like, she graduated from high school, and she told me, I said, "What did your father say?" She goes, "Oh, my parents are divorced." I said, "Well, did he give you a present or something?" She goes, "No." And she was talking about, she wanted money for something. I said, "Why don't you just call your old man up? Just say, hey, how about some money for this or that?" And I would think he would give it to her, right? I mean, since she hasn't gotten anything from her father in a long time. I'm going this way just to see what kind of fruits there are over here. What are these? I have no idea what these are. Like pears or something. No idea. Look at that. They sound pretty light. Oops. Wire getting tangled up there. Okay. So that's the situation they're used to. When you get divorced, you're not supposed to see your ex-wife or ex-husband anymore. Generally speaking. I know other countries are different, but that's the way it is in Japan. Okay? Generally speaking. And I once asked a man about this. He was actually a police officer. I used to teach at the police station at headquarters. And he said, children are not like dogs and cats that you can pass back and forth. And I was always confused by that expression because I thought, yeah, I know they're not like dogs and cats. That's why you should not just abandon them. Right? I mean, if you break up with your girlfriend, or a husband or wife, I can understand one person getting the dog or cat and you're never going to see it again, basically, right? But a child? I don't know, man. Okay, so back to this guy's story. What can he do about his jealous fiance, Japanese fiance? There's really nothing you can do except try to get her to understand that it's culturally different and it doesn't mean anything. He says that he has a very good relationship with his ex-wife, and there's no reason, he's given his fiance no reason to feel jealous. What's this guy doing? But that's the situation. This guy's just going through his mail. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know what that is. All I would say is that you really got to sit her down and tell her. And I don't know if she lives. I couldn't tell if she lives in the States or if she lives in Japan or what. I don't know what the living situation is. But he's really got to sit down and tell her. Maybe even in Japanese, or get someone to explain. We're divorced, so there's no reason to worry about. 文化が違うから, right? It's a different culture. And you know, it's just the way it is. You know? And I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it's going to take a big Japanese person. If a Japanese person has that mindset already, it might be very difficult for her to accept that there's nothing going on with his ex-wife, right? I really don't know. The other possibility is maybe get your ex-wife to sit down with you and your fiance and maybe get them to spend more time together. As weird as that sounds, see, the thing is, in Japan, once you break, you're not even just husband and wife, but once you break up with someone, you basically you're not friends again. You know, you can't just be friends. It's very rare. It's just found something. Oh, squished. Like a necklace or something. Let me just leave it there. But you're not friends again. So, yeah, it's totally not expected. It's completely strange if you're hanging out with your ex-girlfriend if you have a new girlfriend, or if you're hanging out with your ex-wife if you have a new wife, even if you have children. That's the bottom line. And I hate to say that. It sounds small-minded, maybe. I know some of you are going to judge, and some of you will accuse me of defending Japan. Oh, Victor defends Japan all the time. Well, you know, I'm not defending it. I wouldn't do it that way at all. If I got divorced, I would do my best to try to stay in my son's life. Right? Now, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just saying, you know. And it also depends on when the divorce happened. If the child is young when it happened, it's often that they won't share custody. They won't spend time with the kid. But if the child is older, sometimes it's okay. It really depends, right? Anyway, about convincing her, you know what I would say? I think I could convince her. if I could talk to her for him, I could explain, hey, this is the way it is, and you have nothing to worry about. So, you know, chill, relax, and you know, to make her feel better, maybe agree to do things in a certain way. Oh, look at all those kids over there. So that she can feel better about the situation. I mean, there must be a reason she feels jealous. Also, the thing about jealousy that it took me a while to understand was that jealousy is a sign of insecurity, a sign of weakness, though some people seem to think it's endearing and cute if you're jealous of something. I recognize that it's not. Look at all those little kids over there. It means you're insecure. I mean, I used to be jealous. I used to be jealous kind. But you've got to trust your spouse. So basically, you've got to explain to her also that if she doesn't trust you, I mean, if she has a problem with it, it's because she doesn't trust you. And you need trust in a relationship. So that's a good sign that maybe this relationship needs to be worked on, or it's just not meant to be. You know, if she cannot trust you with your ex-wife, then that also might point to the way she knows herself. What I'm saying is, you know the word projection? She might be thinking, well, if it were me, I would be doing something, right? So maybe the way she's acting is reflective of that, or is indicative of that personality trait that she herself shares. So it's really hard to tell, you know. I don't know the person. It's hard to give advice over the internet when I don't know the whole situation and I don't know the people involved. Is she a very passionate, crazy woman who thinks jealous is cool and fun and likes to have wild makeup sex with her nails digging into your back and, you know, a little rough play maybe? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I'm really imagining things here, but there's a lot of different people in the world. So who knows? The other one thing that might cure it would be maybe stop making her your fiance and marry her. And tell her, look, I love you, I want to marry you, let's get married, but my ex-wife is part of the package, you know, because she takes care of my son, and that doesn't mean that I don't have time for you. You will be my new wife, and I love you, blah, blah. And of course, don't never say blah, blah, blah during a conversation, by the way. I love you and I will prioritize you. Well, or you can just say tell the truth. You know, I have to prioritize my son. Unfortunately, because, dude, if that's really the situation, sorry, I don't know you well enough to be calling you dude, but if that's the situation, then yeah, you know, I mean that is the truth, right? I would think most of the time that's the truth. You have to prioritize your children over your spouses, over your loves. That's almost always true. So, you know, I think even Japanese people, not even, I mean, if anything, especially Japanese people seem to know this. And they often will. I've asked many students, what would you do if you had to choose between your spouse and your child? And they always choose the child. Only in one case has anyone ever said, nah, I could just have another baby. Only in one case. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, look at the kid. I was going to say, look at the attractive woman, but she's got a little kid with her. So things change as you get older. Your priorities also change. And once you have children, that immediately ages you and makes you realize certain things. So you are engaged to a new woman, but you have a son or daughter or whatever it is. So you know the way it works, man. I mean, it's not easy being a single father or mother dating, but you know the way it works. You know your priorities are. So you know what to do, right? You know what to do. So give her the talk, tell her, reassure her as best you can. And if she accepts it, great. And if she doesn't accept it, well, then move on, you know? Move on. That's all I can say. If anyone has better advice on this, the question is pretty simple. One more time. This guy is married, is divorced, but still keeps in touch with his ex-wife because they're sharing custody of a child or two. And this man is now engaged to a Japanese woman and she is jealous of his ex-wife and how to deal with it. So that's all I got for you today. It's a beautiful fall day. It's October 26th and we're in the park here, Tsurumai Park in Nagoya. This is said by many to be a Pokemon haven. And that's it. Well, let me know what you think of the new mic, by the way. I also appreciate that. Let me, and feel free to leave your advice for how to deal with jealous people. How to deal with people who are jealous in your lives. Is there a way? Should you just cut them off? Personally, I think jealousy is a very poisonous feeling, not romantic at all. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'll talk to you all soon. This has been a laundry vlog. If you like the video, please definitely leave me a thumbs up. They help out, okay? And also tell me how far you got in the video. If you got to the end, tell me your favorite flower. There you go. I've never asked that question before. Or do you care about flowers? Or has your attitude about flowers changed? Because as I've gotten older, I seem to appreciate the beauty of flowers more. But I still can't remember their goddamn names. Okay? Okay, we'll end on these crows bathing. And these birds bathing. Oh, so cute. Right? Bye, guys.